Our affirmation today is, I dance my own dance. And those of you who are readers of the Daily Word, you may recognize that from yesterday's Daily Word. And as I read that, I thought this was a very inspiring thing to talk about, especially you may recall last week we talked about having the joy and happiness of your favorite holiday every day of the year, that you can live every day of the year with the same joy and happiness of your favorite holiday. Today, I want to start with the Daily Word for today. The word today is helping others. Every person is supported by the Spirit of God within. And this is interesting because when I first say helping others, a lot of you may think about your obligation, especially as we get to the holidays, to go out and help somebody else. But I love the direction that this is taking because it's saying that my part in helping another is to trust and know that the Spirit of God is within them. And if it is me, it is up to me to assist them in some way, I'm going to be shown. It's going to be revealed to me. But in the meantime, I give them the blessing of my faith and respect. So again, helping others, and every person is supported by the Spirit of God within. So we know a lot of time in our fellowship, we talk about we're praying for each other, and that's exactly what we're doing. Because, of course, it's not feasible for us to go out and reach and physically touch every single circumstance in every situation, but when it is your time, it will be revealed to you. But in the meantime, that's how you are helping others through your prayers and sending your faith to them. And this, I thought, was meaningful because this is a great way to get there. Dance your own dance. Sometimes when we talk about how to connect with God, because I'll sit up here every Sunday and say, well, this is the way to happiness, da-da-da-da-da. But I don't always give you the tools. I'll say, do this to be happy, do that to be happy, do this to be happy. But a lot of times, it can be a challenge for us. Well, how do I get there? How do I get to that place? Especially, we live in the real world, and there are real world situations that really do affect us as much as we try to see beyond the circumstance or situation, beyond that to the reality that this is just something in our mind and how we interpret it is the way it's going to be. And we talk about meditation, and we talk about prayer, and we talk about reading through the scriptures. But a lot of times, we can be in a place where we're just not ready to sit and have a time of quiet meditation. Maybe we want to be doing something a little more physical or a little more exciting to get us revved up in that place of being connected with the Spirit, being connected with the divine within. And so a great way to do that, and again, this came from the Unity Daily Word from yesterday, but it was such a good message that I did want to share it. They recommend, you know what, get your favorite song with your uplifting music, empowering lyrics, play that, and take that time and dance. And you know, it doesn't have to be some spectacularly choreographed thing. You're not doing Swan Lake. You are just trying to make yourself happy. So if you're just jumping up and down and shaking your arms all about, and it is inspiring you, and you're listening to this positive music, and you're listening to these empowering positive lyrics, you are aligning yourself with that divine spirit of happiness and joy. And I know I've done this a lot. I mean, I used to have this theme song, this old John Fogerty song, Centerfield, that I would play probably way too loud every Sunday morning coming to church. And, you know, some of the lyrics are, put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. And I would think, okay, God, you're my coach. You know, put me in this place. I'm ready to play. Give me that guidance and direction that I need to do what I need to do up there. So, like I say, that's why I thought this was such a wonderful, wonderful thing to share with you. So as you're going through your day, the question of the day is, how do I best connect with the divine? And this is more important, do I use it when I need it the most? So we may have our meditation, or we may have prayer, or we may like to read through the scriptures, and sometimes that is great, and if you have access to that when you need it, certainly make sure to use that. But there are times when you're going to want something a little more energetic, or when you're in the car driving and you have a challenging day ahead of you, and you want to connect with the divine, but you can't really meditate going down the freeway. That's not a good idea. And certainly reading the scriptures while you're driving isn't recommended. But you know what? Put on your favorite music. Feel that empowerment of these great positive lyrics, and, you know, sitting in the car, do your own little dance, and become attuned with that divine within, and know that the challenging circumstance or situation that you're headed to, it can be resolved. You can overcome it. You know, walk into that meeting with that song playing in your head, knowing that you are empowered by the divine within. And certainly that is the way that you do connect with the divine. So again, that's a very important part of that is, do I use it when I need it the most, rather than being overwhelmed with the burden of, oh, this meeting I have to go to, or I have to go talk to the banker about this, or whatever challenging circumstance or situation. Remember the thing that you use that does connect you to the divine within, and use it. Use it when you need it most. Use it every day. And the good news is that we can all dance our own dance. We can feel uplifted in mind, body, and spirit. And we all have our own dance to contribute to the world. That's another important element, is we each have our own unique individual dance, our own unique individual way of connecting with the divine within to contribute to the world, so that when we do go out to that challenging circumstance or situation, we are so perfectly aligned that we are just a powerhouse of energy and positive thinking and a positive example of our faith tradition. So we all have our own dance to contribute to the world, and we dance it freely and with joy. So in all circumstances and all situations, dance your dance, dance it freely, and dance it with joy.